You live in two worlds here. Happiness is pleasure, and happiness is joy. It can be either one. You add them up, and it sort of falls under the uber category of happiness. Pleasure is short-lived. It lasts an hour, lasts a minute, lasts a month. And it peaks and then goes down. It peaks very high. But the next time you want to get that same peak, you have to do it twice as much. It's like drugs. You have to keep doing it because it insulates itself, no matter what it is. Whether you're shopping, whether you're, engaged in any other kind of pleasure, that all has the same quality about it. On the other hand is joy, and joy is a thing that doesn't go as high as pleasure in terms of your emotional reaction, but it stays with you. Joy is something you can recall. Pleasure you can't. So the secret is that even though it's not as intense as the pleasure, the joy will last you a lot longer. And people who get the pleasure, they keep saying, well, if I can just get richer and get more cars, you'll never relive the moment you got your first car. That's it. That's the highest peak. Yes, you can get 3 Ferraris and a new Gulfstream jet, and maybe you'll get close. But you have to keep going. And eventually you run out. You just can't do it. It doesn't work. So if you're trying to sustain that level of peak pleasure, you're doomed. It's a very American idea, but it just can't happen. You just let it go. Peak, great. Pleasure is fun. It's great. But you can't keep it going forever. Just accept the fact that it's here and it's gone. And maybe again it'll come back and you'll get to do it again. Joy lasts forever. Pleasure is purely self-centered. It's all about your pleasure. It's about you. It's a selfish, self-centered emotion that's created by a self-centered motive of greed. Joy is compassion. Joy is giving yourself to somebody else or something else. And it's a kind of thing that is, in its subtlety and lowness, much more powerful than pleasure. If you get hung up on pleasure, you're doomed. If you pursue joy, you will find everlasting happiness. So with that,
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I hope you guys enjoyed that clip, because I sure did. Because every time I hear George Lucas talk, I get inspired. And, I get inspired and I want to make videos. So, I wanted to make this video basically because of that clip, because I got inspired by that clip, because I listened to that clip a lot, because I think about it in life and I think about how it can be applied. And plus, I'm a massive Star Wars fan. Star Wars and Mass Effect are some of my favorite sci-fi series or series of all time. And I just love anything related to them, especially Star Wars, because ever since I was a kid, I've been reading the little Star Wars books about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and a bunch of other stuff. But, that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is basically what George Lucas was talking about, because besides just me watching that clip, I dug up that clip because I was watching a documentary which is called Empire of Dreams, which is basically the documentary of how Star Wars was made and all the struggles George Lucas went through to make Star Wars. And, I wanted to make this quick video to tell you guys to chase your dreams and chase joy, similar to the way George Lucas chased his and the way I chased mine, because, joy is amazing. Joy is amazing. Like he said in that clip, you could recall joy. You could recall joy. You could recall the first time you got your first kiss from a girl. You could recall the first time you got your license. You could recall the first time you bust on down. But, you could recall things like that. Or you can even recall things like pertaining to you and your friends. You guys just had a great night out. And, you should always enjoy and appreciate those moments, because they come and go. But you can always recall them, and you can always think about them again, especially when you're chasing your dreams. Because, like me right now, I think of moments like this where I'm struggling, where I'm going, not necessarily where I want to be, but I'm going to where I want to go. But it's like I think of these moments and I'm happy, because I know in the future when I'm successful, I'm going to look at these moments and smile. And especially now, because, you guys see I dinged up my arm a little bit doing that PR video I just did. But, I'm going to rest, I'm going to recover, and I'm going to learn from this, because, you got to be smarter when you get older. When you get older as a man, you shouldn't try to push your limits like crazy and to the point you hurt yourself, and you should be smart. But, that's not the point. The point is, you want to embrace joy. You want to embrace your dreams, and you never want to give up. Because, I'm going to just summarize the documentary a little bit, but Lucas went through a lot of problems getting Star Wars produced. He had production issues. Nobody believed in him. People were laughing at him. They thought his movie was goofy. And then, he went through a lot of personal defeat, but he still put out the movie, he still showed up every day to produce his movie. Despite all the criticism, despite all the doubt, he chased what he believed in. He chased his joy, he chased his dream. And I think all of us could learn from that, because so often in life we all give up on our dreams because others don't believe in it. And that's never what we should do. We should chase the joy of chasing our dreams. And even if we do fail, we still went after our dreams. We tried to make our dreams into a reality, but we want to succeed. We want to succeed, and we want to recall the good times, no matter how it goes. And it's just so amazing. It's just like McGregor. It's so amazing to see people with a vision of what they want to become and apply that to life, and then make it happen and make it their bitch. But, excuse my language, but, it's just good to see it, because, so often in life, especially when we're just all regular human beings, just going through the day-to-day grind, eat, waking up, shitting, working, and whatever. It's good to see people who just want to be more than that and who achieve it, and then inspire others like myself to keep going after their dreams. Because seeing stuff like that is like it's the pinnacle of what dreamers like me love to see, because it shows that it could be made real. It could be made real, and it's possible. But it's gonna take a process, and the process is a steep process. But when you get to that hill of joy, you'll be happy. But you gotta avoid some of the pleasure in life and getting influenced by pleasure, because like Lucas said, pleasure is like a drug of sorts. It's like a drug of sorts where you want more and more of it until you're addicted. And trust me, I know that feeling, because when I was in college and I was doing my thing and I was partying and I was getting bitches and doing all this other stuff, it was pleasurable, but it wasn't necessarily good for myself. That took away from my dream, that took away from what I wanted in life. And then to this day, I'm still making the steps to recover from that and basically go after my dreams more than seeking pleasure. Because nothing in life is worse than wasted potential, as I like to say. And y'all know it, because, I say it like almost every other video. But, nothing in life is worse than wasted potential. And I don't ever want to be that guy who was pleasure seeking and just lost track of his dream. I never want to be that guy. And much like Lucas, I just have a vision of what I want to be. And then that vision will never leave my head. It will never leave my head. And even if it seems bizarre to others, even if I seem different because I want different things besides pleasure seeking, drugs, and whatever motherfuckers want, TikTok likes, like, I just seem different. I don't fit in with these people because they don't have a vision of what they want to become. They just see what's in front of them. But I see what's in front of me, I see what's behind me, and I see what's ahead of me. And, I chase that joy, because that's my life. That's my life, and that's my vision. And when you have a vision, you have to go after it, because I literally, sometimes I'm in bed, sometimes dreaming of my future. And, I'm 25 years old, and that's something a kid would do. But, I still dream. I still want it. And, when I see it manifest into reality, I know that it's possible. Like, hell, even my gym video I just made where I lifted that 225, a lot of people will say, oh, you're so small, you can't lift it. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I lifted it, and it's on video, and it happened, and it's on camera. So now what? And, I just love that feeling of proving people wrong. I love that feeling of chasing after a goal and accomplishing it. And, a lot of people don't like that. And a lot of people, they lose that joy of chasing your goal and chasing their dreams because life just beats them down so much. But, when you chase joy, you find everlasting happiness, like Lucas said. Like, it may not always be the way you expect it, but it will come. It will come. And, when you chase joy and when you appreciate things and you appreciate the people in your life, it's attainable. Everything's attainable. Your dreams, those personal relationships you want, and everything like that. But you got to remember the good times. You got to remember the joyous times, the struggle. There's beauty in the struggle. You got to remember the good times when you have your hand raised in victory. But you also got to be humbled by defeat as well. So, you just got to learn. And, you could tell with Lucas, a lot of those experiences he had, it's in the films. It's influenced by him, because think about it like this. If you guys ever watched Star Wars, Luke Skywalker wasn't just a winner outright. He was a whiner, a complainer. He got his hand cut off in the second movie, but he kept grinding. He became an excellent Jedi and a better man. And, and we all love the Star Wars films, except for the ones we don't talk about. But chase joy, guys. Chase joy, like Lucas said, and you'll find everlasting happiness. And that's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. I kind of piggybacked off of what Lucas said, but it's a great message. It's resounding, and the documentary is amazing too. You all should check it out. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me some dreams that you guys have and how you're going to chase the joy of that dream. And I'm out.